and public good. The Ladybird Handbook. It's so late that it's early again. Under the dead street lamp on Pine Street, next to the house with the metal rooster statue, our regular meet-up spot, my boyfriend Kyle parks but leaves the engine running. He stretches an arm behind my towel-draped headrest and leans in close enough that I can smell the pool water still weighing down his curls. "Thanks for coming to watch the meteor shower, Prudence." "Of course, especially after you skipped the cool kid pool party for me. I'm just sorry we didn't see any UFOs," I say. "It's okay. Swimming with you was better than UFOs." It's not quite "I love you," but it feels close enough that I want to write it down and keep in my pocket. You could have been drinking light beer in a hot tub tonight, ringing the end of your junior year in style. Kyle and the rest of our friends had suggested crashing a graduation party in Faith Lynn Brett's neighborhood, but it was absolutely non-negotiable for me. It would be like sneaking out directly into a trap that would love nothing more than to chop me in half with 2 matching pink hatchets, unless Faith Lynn's upgraded to something showier. I don't feel like I missed out partying with all of Paul's weird track friends from North Hills. Pretty sure we chose the right pool party. He frowns down at his rounded stomach pressed against his damp t-shirt. I may not have convinced the beast to take her glasses off in the pool, but I'm proud to say that I did get my boyfriend shirtless tonight. Happy last day of school, Prudence. It's tomorrow, babe. I tapped the stereo clock as a reminder. Happy first day of summer. Please text me when you're back in the shed room. Not from the road, he promises with a smile, familiar with our routine. His skin is pale as moonlight and as freckled as the starry sky. Not from the driveway. It's not mission accomplished until you're back in your own bed. I touch his cheek and smile like I'm joking, like the motto isn't a literal legacy in my blood. I try to relax. I remind myself that when I'm with Kyle, there's no Ladybird Scout birthright to live up to. Kyle's thumb sweeps up the shaved nape of my neck, settling into the curve of my ear. Despite the air conditioner, a hot shiver runs from the top of my pixie cut down to the pruny tips of my toes. I know it's silly, but sometimes when I'm kissing my boyfriend, I still think, oh my God, I am kissing Kyle Goodwin. 13-year-old me would never believe that my all-time #1 crush, whom I once codenamed my Hobbiton Prince so I could journal about him with impunity, would actually like me back, much less become my actual kissable boyfriend. Even after almost a whole year together, dating Kyle can still feel like a dream. Tangling my fingers in the mass of his wet hair, bumping noses, the dizzy sweetness of shared air. Kissing Kyle in this moment makes me feel as weightless as we were underwater, tucked safe in the dark of the deep end. Everything else, worries, curfew, the low-burning fire of anxiety in my stomach that alerts me to the presence of interdimensional monsters that only a fraction of the population can see, just falls away. Well, it mostly falls away. Even as we kiss, I can't help but peek out of the corner of my eye, scanning the darkness for white eyes. Instead, a hand thwacks against the passenger window. Heart pounding, I jump away from Kyle's lips. I know it's next to impossible for my mom to be here. Here. Now. 2.5 hours before her patrol alarm goes off. But I can't stop myself from imagining her glaring down, the white streak in her hair shining in the darkness. It doesn't help that my cousin Chancho has the same pissy way of crossing his arms, impatience radiating off him in waves. The bill of his hat taps the glass as he ducks down to frown at me directly. "We parked 1 second ago," I snap at him. "Yeah, come on." The glass muffles his voice, but not his disapproval. Months into his first best friend, me, dating his other best friend, Kyle, and somehow my cousin still can't contain his annoyance that he doesn't have dibs on a seatbelt anymore.